Jaguar softball on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Garage Fitness, Waukee Realtors, the 515 Agency, Gershman Mortgage, Lane Family Wealth Management, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, Springer Floor Care, Sonny's Pizza Bistro, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Jaguar softball on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Part of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, Ted Sandine Photography, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, U.S. Cellular, Made in the Shade, the Edward Jones Office of Kent Patterson, Smash My Trash, and Semro Family Vision. Good evening and welcome to Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. We are ready to get started here right away tonight as the Waukee Northwest Wolves are in town. Andy Pollack with you here on the call tonight. The Jaguars red hot coming into this one, winners of 9 in a row. Waukee Northwest not too bad themselves, ranked number 9 on the season, coming in the latest Iowa High School Athletic Association baseball poll. Our pregame show, which we did not have tonight, we had some technical difficulties, just getting back on now. Our first inning tonight is brought to you by Lincoln Savings Bank. Since 1902, Lincoln Savings Bank has been loving the people we work with and the customers we serve. If you're ready to experience better banking, come experience Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. So on the bump tonight for the Jaguars, Lincoln Lacey coming in. We've seen Lincoln pitch a couple times this year. He's been very, very good. In fact, as he comes in tonight with his just over 200 batting average against and a nice 2.7 earned run average. Caden Samler leading things off for Waukee Northwest. Samler on the right side. Waukee Northwest kind of looking like the Blue Jays coming out there tonight in their uniforms. Almost, if you're watching online, maybe look like a little like the Blue Jays against the White Sox tonight with everything going on here. But it is the Wolves and the Jaguars ready to go. Lincoln Lacey, the southpaw, going to start off from the stretch. First pitch to Samler. Curveball coming in on the outside corner for strike one from Lacey. So he works ahead around the infield. Kyle Miller at third, Lucas Brule at short, Damon Churchman at second, Ian McGay at first, Nick Severson, the catcher. Get to the outfield here in a moment. The 0-1. Misses a little bit low. Sean Stewart out in left field, Easton Miller in center, and Cole Grider in right. Samler leading off. He'll be followed by Weston Barber, Ben Burkle, Carter Van Horn, Drew Oleshko, Brady Grisham, Jake Easton, Carson Rankin, and Jaden Engstrom. That pitch swung on, and that is going to be just foul down the left field line. Turns into a long strike there on Samler. So we've got things rolling here tonight. Also, don't forget you can check out our other feed going on just the Central Iowa Sports Network tonight. Game number 1 of the softball game. That is number 1 Waukee Northwest going on right behind us against Centennial, ranked number 5. So big matchup going on over there. Shortstop Lucas Brule picks it up, throws it across the infield, and gets the out over there at first. Ian McGay, the long stretch, and the Jags get one down here in the top of the first. Both teams throwing their aces tonight. Anthony Watts will pitch for Waukee Northwest. We'll talk about him a little bit more as the night goes on. Weston Barber coming up here next here for Waukee Northwest. First pitch misses down low for ball 1. Try to keep you up to date with what's going on the softball field here tonight as well. That pitch misses as well. One of the nice things over when we're calling games on the softball field is that we can see the scoreboard for baseball. That is not the same way over here on the baseball field. That pitch lined out into center field. Just playing catch out there with Easton Miller in center. He makes the play. And 2 down here quickly in the top of the first for the Jaguars. Ben Burkle up next here for Waukee Northwest. Lacey just hitting bats here early on. That ball all the way back to the backstop. I'm going to send Drew Oleshko back there to pick it up. Used to calling softball games. This field just looks huge to me out here watching some baseball here tonight. 0-0 in the top of the first. That pitch low as well. Lacey really working low to Burkle. Burkle, big batter up there. See Dan Holm in attendance tonight, taking some pictures there behind home plate. Dan, as always, does a great job with Ankeny Fanatic. You can catch all the wrap-ups with him. 3-0 the count to Burkle. And that pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1. Burkle, couple home runs on the year. Bats .406 and draws the walk there. Moves him down to first. First walk issue to the night for Lincoln Lacey. He doesn't issue a whole lot of those. In fact, just under 2 a game. And this will bring up Carter Van Horn with Burkle on first. And with Lacey out of the stretch, the lefty keeps Burkle pretty close over there. In fact, has to play around a little bit. That pitch rifled off over into the softball field. They'll have to pause play over there. Sounds like Waukee Northwest took a 1-0 lead off a home run in the top of the first over on the softball side. Here on the baseball side, scoreless in the top of the first. Lacey goes inside, misses on the corner, makes the count 1-1. One delivery, swung on, popped up over there, and it's going to get out into right field. Cole Grider is under it and makes the play behind the post for us, but he makes the play, and Waukee Northwest goes down 1-2-4 in the top of the first. We'll head to the bottom here right after this. Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Welcome back to Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Bottom of the first. Jaguars and the Wolves in their first year as a school. Scoreless here so far. Batting first for the Jaguars will be, Easton Miller, followed by Kyle Miller, and then Cole Grider, Nick Severson, Damon Churchman, Sean Stewart, then Lincoln Lacey, Lucas Brule, and Ian McGay. On the bump for Waukee Northwest, Anthony Watts. And he's had a good year so far as well. So we'll see how the Jags match up with a hard-throwing righty. Again, we're set up to stream a lot more softball, so the breaks end up being a lot longer. Live and Learn might have to play a few extras in between here tonight. Keep everybody interested, but we'll move on here in the bottom of the first. And with Anthony Watts pitching in 32 innings this year. teams are batting just 139 against him, and he's got a .66 earned run average. So runs against him very hard to score. Nice throw down there from the catcher, Caden Samler. And the Jags will lead off here with Easton Miller.
Leading off for the Jags, center fielder, number 16, Easton Miller.
Miller playing in center field. He's another one of those big boys coming up to hit right now. Sounds like something big just happened over at the softball field. Now the Jags score early on. Tie things up at 1. Jags and Waukee Northwest in softball went to extra innings the last time they played. Tonight, though, beautiful night here on the north side of Ankeny. Wind blowing slightly out to right field as the 0-1 pitch to Easton Miller from Watts. Miller, hard shot over to Carter Van Horn. He picks it up, throws it across the infield, and Miller, they said he got him. Close play at first base. Burkle even close to pulling his foot over there. A lot of things went right for Waukee Northwest to make that play. I think Miller's speed kind of caught Carter Van Horn off.
Third baseman, number 1, Kyle Miller.
And Kyle Miller up now for the Jaguars. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Pitch catches the outside corner, and Watts throwing probably in the 80s right now as you watch him. I got no gun behind me here to check things out, but that ball's coming in pretty hot. There's a pitch to Miller. Way outside that time. A little natural inside-out movement to the right-handed batter as you look at the pitch. Big infield for Waukee Northwest right now. 1-1 the count to Kyle Miller. Pitch in the dirt. Again, the wind blowing out slightly to right field. One of the nicer nights that we've had here in Ankeny this year for softball and baseball. Man, been some heat lately. Here's a pitch. Caden Samler sets up way outside, and Kyle Miller wants a timeout. Didn't like how long it was taking in between. That pitch swung on right up the middle. Nice play. A lot of rain shown over there by Carter Van Horn. He throws it across, but beating out the infield hit is Kyle Miller. So that'll send Miller to first.
Right fielder, number 15, Cole Grider.
Jags and Waukee Northwest tied at 1 after the first inning on the softball side of things. Miller takes his lead over at first. Guessing with his speed, he's definitely a threat to steal. Up to bat right now for the Jaguars. Cole Grider, he's a home run threat. First pitch belt high on the outside corner for strike 1. Again, Miller takes his lead and takes the deke from Anthony Watts to send him back to first base. Bottom of the first, Jags with a runner on. No score yet in this one. Way outside. Ball 1 evens up the count at 1 apiece. You can tell we haven't had rain for a couple days. The grass in the outfield not quite as green as it's been on both sides of the complex here, baseball and softball, but some of that due later this week. Of course, softball and baseball games going on all weekend. Hopefully no rainouts there. Getting towards the end of the year already. Not as much time to reschedule those late in the season as that pitch catches the outside corner to Grider for strike 2. 1-2 the count now from Anthony Watts to Cole Grider. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Strike three. A little bit on off speed. Didn't take a ton off it, but just enough movement in there. Not quite that curveball movement. Maybe a little bit of a slider thrown in there by Watts. Nick Severson will come up to the plate next for the Jags. Again with Kyle Miller over there at first base. Pitch swung on, fouled back to the backstop. Don't get over here to the baseball side very often, but I imagine a few baseballs have found their way into the press box or into a window every once in a while. Not really. Protected here, all right. Long break in between pitches here as Severson and Watts kind of stare each other down. The 0-1 delivery, way outside. Miller takes his strides over there at first. 1-1 delivery to Severson. Way outside again, Miller goes, and he's going to be in there safe at second base. Ball actually gets away, but they're going to stay there in a stolen base for Kyle Miller. So runner in scoring position right now for Nick Severson. Jags trying to draw first blood here. 2-1 the count from Anthony Watts to Nick Severson. Van Horn plays around with him a little bit from short. That pitch goes way outside as well, and now 3-1. So Severson will control the count here for a pitch. No doubt looking for something good to hit. Here's the 3-1. Chops that one through, and it's going to get through the 5.5 hole. Coming around is Miller, and there's going to be a play at the plate, and he is actually, did he get around it? He did! He gets around the tag of the hook slide of Caden Samler, and the Jaguars are on the board first here in this one. Severson, the RBI single.
Up next for the Jaguars, second baseman, number 7.
Scores Miller, and actually with Miller on second, that's what caused that, because it had Carter Van Horn all the way over holding him on second and popped it right through that little 5.5 hole there between third and short. And now that'll bring up Damon Churchman. First pitch is a ball. So, Anthony Watts already higher than his earned run average, giving up a run here in the bottom of the first. Jags bats are staying hot. Pitch is upstairs. 2-0 the count. Jags getting ahead in some early counts here. Churchman waiting for something good to hit. Definitely a threat to go yard is Churchman if he gets ahead too much in the count. If he gets a good pitch, it's see you later. Playing around with him from the second base side this time. They want to keep that high school version of the shift on right now. Churchman swings at the slider for strike one. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Jags have already touched Anthony Watts for 2 hits here in this one. Pitch swung on a missed, evens up the count at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Two pitch. to Churchman. Swung on, popped up, and that's going to be back over our head onto all the concrete behind us. Wait for the splat of the baseball on the hot concrete here this afternoon. No sound effects here tonight? Nothing? Not tonight. Bring your own glass, shatter it right into the microphone. 2-2 the count to Churchman. Always fun to hang out with everybody in the press box. That pitch, that's a nasty pitch, man. That was coming right down the middle of the plate and broke right late from Watts. The Jags get a run off 2 hits, no Waukee Northwest errors. And we will head now to the top of the second with the Jaguars here taking the early lead. Don't forget to stick around after the game to find out who our Lamberti, Goki, and Lucci Law Player of the Game is. Your local attorneys and a team to fit your legal needs. Reach out to us at LGL Law 515-964-8777 or online at ankenylaw.com. Actually ran into Laura Lucci earlier today. Laura, big supporter of everything that goes on here around Centennial. I know they sponsor the extra base hits here on the baseball field as well. They're around all the sports. One of the best legal minds in Ankeny. Got to talk to her a little bit. She's a proud Dodger. Grew up in Fort Dodge and was obviously pulling for the Jaguars the other night, but they are always bleeding that Fort Dodge. You can take the woman out of Fort Dodge, but not the Fort Dodge out of the woman, right? I think that's how that goes. So, but Laura Lucci obviously proud of her roots as well. So we'll get ready here in the second inning. Nice to know our normal play-by-play man, Mike O'Connor, is watching tonight, watching his grandson, Lincoln Lacey, there on the bump. I know Mike would love to be here tonight. He's got some previous duties, but Jags right now on top of number 9 Waukee Northwest as he throws the curveball in there for strike one. That's a beauty. Lincoln Lacey working ahead in the count. For Waukee Northwest right now, this is Drew Oleshko. Pops that one up into left field, back underneath it Sean Stewart, and he makes the play for out number 1. Score that one F7. And that'll bring up Brady Grisham. So, first time through the order, Lincoln Lacey's done a very nice job.
Number 24, Brady Grisham.
Grisham, the right fielder here for the Wolves. Another curveball starting there for Lacey. Could be an infield hit territory. Kyle Miller barehands it, throws it across, and can't quite make the play. One of those bloop infield hits. It will be ruled as a hit. There's not much that Kyle Miller can do about it. It's tough because it's tough to replicate something like that. Really, a swinging bunt is what it turned into.
Now up for the Wolves. Third baseman, number 9, Jake Eason.
So Grisham gets on with the swinging bunt, and that'll bring up Jake Eason. Eason, the shortstop. Third baseman for the Wolves. Lacey just kind of has the runners moving all over at first base right now, that lefty. Jaguars on the, oh man. Eason going to wear that one right in the side. And Lacey gets him on with a hit by pitch. Over on the softball side, the Jaguars have taken a 2-1 lead in the bottom of the second. Jordan Kenny led things off with a double and eventually gets knocked in by Claire Suarez. Jags trying to pull the upset on number 1 Waukee Northwest here tonight. So now that moves Grisham to second. Eason will be over at first. So Lincoln Lacey finds himself in his first little jam of the evening. This is Carson Rankin up to bat now. And that's going to be a pass ball there as Severson couldn't haul it in and runners move on. Definitely in a jam now. They take a peek at each other and make sure everything is on the same page here between Lacey and Severson. Yeah, I think Severson was expecting something to break, and it did not. Goes off his glove all the way to the backstop. Now he's got to hone in on that. Swing and a miss there for Rankin. Makes the count 1-1. Grisham at third, Eason at second for the Blue Jays / Wolves of Waukee Northwest. Eason doesn't like things right now, so he's going to step out and wait again on the 1-1. That pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball right at the knees. One-two the count from Lacey. Fastball on the outside gets him for strike three. Lacey gets his first strikeout of the evening on Carson Rankin. And that'll bring up Jaden Engstrom. Engstrom, the Waukee Northwest center fielder. That's one way to work yourself out of a jam right there, Lincoln. Get the strikeout. And Severson now with the number 9 batter wants to have a quick little chat with Lacey. Make sure everything's on the same page. Try to keep those runners out there on second and third. Make sure to let us know throughout the course of the evening where you're watching us from. I know we get viewers from all over the place. Even if you're cheering for Waukee Northwest, let us know where you're watching from. And we'd be happy to hear from you. Breaking ball has Engstrom diving out of the box, but didn't quite break early enough, and that's ball 1. Another breaking ball fouled to the backstop. Evens up the count at 1 apiece. So Lacey trying to work out of the runners on second and third with 1 out. Jam. Here in the top of the second. Apologize for all the fence posts you have to watch through to see our stream here tonight. Another breaking ball comes across the plate on the outside corner for strike 2. Here's a 1-2 delivery. Breaking ball popped up, and underneath it's going to be Kyle Miller. And he makes the play for out number 3. The Jaguars get out of the jam. Lacey with a strikeout and a flyout gets out of the runners on second and third jam. And we will head to the bottom of the second. Jaguars up 1.
Jaguar softball on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Picturage Fitness, Waukee Realtors, the 515 Agency, Gershman Mortgage, Lane Family Wealth Management, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Goki Lucci Law, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC.
And welcome back to Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. We are in the bottom of the second inning with the Jaguars leading 1-0. In the bottom of the first, Kyle Miller got on with a infield single and eventually was knocked in on a single by Nick Severson. Leading off for the Jaguars is going to be Sean Stewart here in the bottom of the second.
Leading off for the Jaguars, left fielder, number 22, Sean Stewart.
Stewart waiting on the pitch from Watts. Hacked over there, just foul down the third baseline. Eason gives chase. Coach High says he'll run over and get it. Stewart, this inning, comes up to bat with Lacey and Brule. McGay, if any of them can get on, and then back to the top of the order. That pitch lined into left field. That's going to be extra bases right down the line. That's going to be at least a double there for Stewart. Stewart booking. It's back in the corner. He's going to try for 3. No, holds in at second with a stand-up double for Sean Stewart right down the left field line.
Up next for the Jaguars, the pitcher, number 3, Lincoln Lacey.
Jags in business here to start off the bottom of the second. Lincoln Lacey comes up to the plate, the pitcher trying to help his own cause. Jags getting ahead of Anthony Watts out there a little bit. Pitches upstairs for ball 1. Good crowd over here on the baseball side. Sounds like a huge crowd over on the softball side tonight. You can tell every time something good happens, a roar comes from over there. A lot of support for the Jaguars this summer. A lot of high expectations for the baseball and softball teams. We'll get the postseason pairings here probably in the next week or so. Find out how things go. Lacey hacks that one off the fence. Evens up the count at 1 apiece. Sean Stewart standing out there at second base. He had a leadoff double to start the bottom of the second here for the Jags. Lacey digs in, waits the pitch from Watts. Inside. Makes the count 2-1. Boy, Watts throws hard. From the stretch of Watts, 2-1 delivery to Lacey. Outside. Oh, we call a strike on that one. Evens up the count at 2 apiece. Jags maybe play a little small ball here. The way Lacey's been throwing, 2 runs may be enough. Watts doesn't like the first sign, shakes him off, looks back in, gets another one from Samler. The 2-2. That's a low pitch. Loads up the count to Lacey. Lacey does his own hitting. I don't use the DH for him. In fact, all the position players for the Jags are in the batting lineup. And here's a full count. Jags trying to do some damage here in the bottom of the second. Full count delivery from Watts. The pitch. Outside. Whoa! Holy cow. Okay. That's going to draw the ire of a lot of fans. That pitch was out in the river. Called strike 3 on Lincoln Lacey, which if you're going to give that to the pitchers right now, Lincoln Lacey will take full advantage of it as long as he gets the same thing. So Lincoln Lacey, the strikeout look, and he was already heading down to first, rightfully so. That pitch was way outside, given to Watts there. 1 out now. That's a strike. No, it's not a strike. Okay. That was way closer than the other pitch as we on the 1-0 here for the Jaguars. This is Lucas Brule. Crowd was cheering. Everybody thought Lincoln Lacey had drawn the walk, and the hand comes up late and says it's strike 3. Little pickoff move, nowhere close for Stewart. Weston Barber playing around with him from the second base side there for Waukee Northwest. The 1-0 to Brule. Brule fouls that one again over into the softball field. Hopefully didn't take out the left fielder for Waukee Northwest over there. Now 1-1. One out here, bottom of the second. Here's a pitch. Swung on, that's lined out into right field. That's going to be right there to Grisham. He drops it in the sun. Extra bases. Brule is booking around. Here's going to come Stewart to score. He's going to be standing up at home. Actually comes in sliding, but he scores off the error in right field by Brady Grisham. Jaguars with a 2-0 lead right now on Waukee Northwest, with Lucas Brule on second and just 1 out. Jaguar softball's taking a 3-1 lead on Waukee Northwest, trying to pull that upset over the #1 team in the state. Baseball team is cooking with gas here on this side, up 2-0, bottom of the second. Just one out for McGay. Ian McGay, the first baseman. Lucas Brule, I believe, still is out there at second base. I don't think they moved anybody in for him. Okay, make sure we didn't have our first Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution of the evening. First pitch is a strike to McGay. McGay puts that one. He's going to move the runner forward. The quick hop over there to Weston Barber. He bobbles it at first, but does move the runner forward. Brule. And the Jags getting the bat on the ball here early in this one. It's back to the top of the order we go with Easton Miller. So some early run support here for Lincoln Lacey. And back to the top of the order with Miller. First pitch called strike. He doesn't like it. Oh, 1 the count now to Easton. With Brule on third. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. First time we've really seen Anthony Watts a long ways ahead in the count right now. I'll be curious to see what he goes to for a punch-out pitch. He's got a couple strikeouts looking here tonight, using those outside corners. And Samler sets up way outside again here on this one. Way outside they go again to Miller. Looks back, awaiting the call. A little showmanship there. 1-2 the count now to Miller. If he can find a way on base, 3 runs, heck, 2 runs may be enough. Jags with 3 hits here early on off Anthony Watts. Miller fouls that one right back to us. Has the press box crowd jumpy. It's back here in front of us to pick it up is Grider. Miller 0 for 1 on the night. He had a ground out to short to start the game. Looks over at Brule. Here comes a pitch. Way outside. Evens up the count at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Shake him if you got him. Work out that batter juju right now. 2-2-2. Here we go to Easton Miller. 40 minutes into this one. We haven't quite completed 2 innings yet. Miller pops that one out of play, keeps his at-bat alive. Gets appreciative applause from the Centennial crowd on a beautiful night here for baseball on the north side of Ankeny. Everybody found their way around all the construction to get here tonight. All over the place here on the north side of town. Here's the 2-2 to Miller. Easton Miller, I should say. Kyle Miller waiting on deck. Swing and a miss, strike 3 as Anthony Watts gets his 3rd strikeout of the night. Jaguars get a run off a hit and an error, and they lead 2-0 as we head to the top of the 3rd. Third inning is a great time to tell you about the Ankeny Real Estate Group. Visit their website at www.liveankeny.com and see their 3 ways to sell your home in Ankeny. That's www.liveankeny.com. Thanks as always to Michael Hyder, Colin Pansy for their support of so many activities in Ankeny. Actually saw those 2 guys this morning as well. Out for coffee, having a team meeting. Always looking for the next best thing. The guys at the cutting edge of real estate here in town. And their website, definitely something to check out. Lets everybody know what's going on over the course of the summer here all around Ankeny. Well, not just the summer, any time of year, but always very in tune. You will see those guys everywhere around our great city. There's a few people in this town that if you know them, the town feels a lot smaller, and those are a couple of them right there as the Jaguars get set to go here in the top of the third, already leading 2-0.
Up now for the Wolves. Catcher, number 3, Caden Sandler.
Caden Samler back to the top of the order for the Wolves. Samler grounded out to Lucas Brule at short his first time up. Pitch grounded over to Churchman at short or at second. He throws it over to Ian McGay, and the Jags get that first out.
Up next for the Wolves, second baseman, number 1, Weston
And that'll bring up Weston Barber. Barber played catch with Easton Miller in his first at bat. Hit one to him. Didn't even have to move right there in center field. Right to him here. One out in the top of the third. Lacey tries that curveball, misses outside for ball one. We're going to try to get the second game here on the air tonight. Not sure if we'll be able to get it. We'll do all we can to at least get the results to you. Not sure we'll get the whole game streamed. With Central Iowa Sports Network doing things here on the other side tonight, we've got some things going on with them as well. Trying to keep everything rolling. That pitch lined right up the middle. Nice catch over there, the web gem from Lucas Brule. The diving catch of the line drive. Brule in some of the early contention for the LGL Law Player of the Game. And makes 2 outs here in the top of the third. Brings up Burkle. Burkle walked in his first at-bat. Curveball on the outside corner for strike one from Lacey. One the count here to Burkle. There's a breaking ball over there. Brule off the hop. Going to have to throw across his body and does get it over there in time. Another gem from Lucas Brule at short, and the Jaguars put him down 1-2-3 in the top of the third. We move to the bottom of the inning right back after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Jaguar softball on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Picturage Fitness, Waukee Realtors, the 515 Agency, Gershman Mortgage, Lane Family Wealth Management, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, Springer Floor Care, Sonny's Pizza Bistro, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back here to the bottom of the third. Jaguars in the lead 2-0 over Waukee Northwest, and a great start to the Jaguars here. Over on the softball side, things got tied up as we head to the bottom of the fourth. It's 4-4 over there. Number 1, Waukee Northwest. Number 5, Ankeny Centennial. Leading things off, though, here on the baseball side for the Jaguars right now will be Kyle Miller. Miller reached on a single, infield single in the first inning. Eventually scored the first run of the game. Jags working on a 2-0 lead. Would love to do some more damage here on Anthony Watts. Looking to win their 10th in a row. Pitch is right on the bottom corner for strike one at the knees. On Miller. Miller, Grider, and Severson due up here in the bottom of the third for the Jaguars. That pitch, the Baltimore chop as he runs it over and out at first base just in time. Nice job fielding his position there by Anthony Watts as he throws it across to Burkle and just barely gets Kyle Miller out at first base. The old Baltimore chop off the plate. Score that one 1-3, and Cole Grider comes up to the plate. One out here in the bottom of the third. Grider watches that first pitch on the inside corner for strike one. Little slider, misses outside. 1-1 on about an 84-degree night here right now. It's just gorgeous. Humidity left us finally. Fastball outside corner, strike two, 1-2. The count now to Grider. Samwer moves his target way outside. Ooh. Didn't see if that caught a catcher and umpire or a bat and an umpire. Not sure. It was a ball. Okay. Caught the catcher and the umpire. He says he's okay. Evens up the count. 2-2. One out here, bottom of the third inning. The Wolves and the Jaguars. And the pitch from Watts. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Watts gets his fourth strikeout of the night. Second time on Grider, and we bring up now Nick Severson.
Up next for the Jaguars. Catcher, number 2, Nick Severson.
Severson here, the cleanup batter. Nobody on, though, for him with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Fastball took a little something off it. Grider has to grab onto his hands a little bit. I think he might have got a piece of it right there. Count 0-1, and Watts wants to throw another pitch right away. Doesn't waste any time going back to work. The 0-1 to Grider. Excuse me, Severson. Swing and a miss, strike two. He's working his upper and lower planes a little bit more here as the game's gone on right now. He's got the Jaguars to go after a few of those high pitches, and it's now 0-2. Doesn't like the first call. Wants his punch-out pitch. Samwer sets up outside once again. Fastball popped up and back into the softball field. Oh, 2 the count to Severson. He's 1 for 1 on the night so far. 2 outs, bottom of the third inning. Too long a break. So Watts, I love it. He goes up, he's ready to work right away, and then just hangs on. Likes to get in the time that he wants to throw the pitch. 0-2 the count. Way outside, and about threw that one through the wood base to our backstop. Skimmed off the red rock back here, the warning track. Now it's 1-2. Swung on, popped up once again, out of play. A lot more cheering coming over from the softball field. I'll wait the updates to find out what's going on over there. One and two the count here from Anthony Watts to Nick Severson. That pitch swung on. It's going to be in foul territory. Can Grisham get to it? No, it just trails out of play. That's where the wind's blowing things to the right field side. There's a couple extra balls brought in there by Damon Churchman for our home plate umpire. One and two the count. Another one fouled off. Great at bat. Quality at bat right now here for Severson. Proven to be a tough out. I see there's action over there in the Waukee softball bullpen. That's got to be a plus sign for the Jaguars on the softball field. One and two the count over here on the baseball side. Jags trying to pull a little upset and stay hot here. 1-2 the count to Severson still. And fouls another one off. Can't get it by him. Not seeing that. The thing right now against Severson is he doesn't want to throw him that high heat that he's punched out a couple other guys with, because if Severson sees one of those, it might not come back into the field of play. We stay at the 1-2. Might need some more balls into play here shortly again. There he got him. He got just underneath it. Long at bat there for Severson, but Anthony Watts wins it in the end, and it's time to move to the top of the fourth.
And that's the end of the third. The Jaguars have no runs on no hits. The Wolves commit no errors. Score remains Jaguars 2, Wolves 0.
Stats can show which team is on the path to victory. They can also show if you're on the path to the retirement you want. If you're just kicking off or want to know if you need to make some halftime adjustments to your current plan, contact Lane Family Wealth Management at 515-322-7971 for your free one-on-one meeting today. Dave Lane, as always, day one supporter here of Centennial Digital, and the big stat right now, Jags with 3 hits off All-Stater Anthony Watts for Waukee Northwest, and have got 2 runs off him early on. He's got an earned run average of just .66, so the Jags have more than doubled up that one here tonight. And that's why the Jags have this 2-0 lead here in the top of the fourth. Jags have bases loaded with Mackenzie James up to bat on the softball side right now. Game still tied at 3. Here in baseball, we sit in the top of the fourth. Still waiting there for Severson to come out after the final out. Van Horn, Oleshko, and Grisham will lead things off for Waukee Northwest. Lacey still working on a really nice night here so far. He's given up 1 hit. Did walk a batter and gave up a hit by pitch as well. Hit batsman. And now Carter Van Horn to lead things off. First pitch just a little bit too low there to Carter Van Horn. One-0 the count. Goes with a curveball. Bread and butter. Comes right across the plate for strike one. Evens up the count at 1 apiece. There was a big error for Waukee Northwest in that second inning that drove across the second run. That pitch swung on, lined out into Easton Miller, and not even sure he needed to take the one step that he took, and they get the F8 from Van Horn and move on now to Drew Oleshko.
Up next for the Wolves, left fielder number 21, Drew Oleshko.
Oleshko flew out to to Sean Stewart in left field in his first at bat. Lincoln Lacey through 3 1/3 is set the bats down for Waukee Northwest. That pitch gets ahead in the count 1-0-1. Lacey as well wastes no time getting right back to work. That ball laced out to Easton Miller, and again, not even sure he needed to take the step that he took. Couple quick flyouts. It's a good way to keep the pitch count down, and that'll bring up Brady Grisham. Grisham has the only hit of the night so far for Waukee Northwest.
24, Brady Grisham.
Lincoln Lacey working on the quick inning right now. Curveball, strike one, working ahead in the count. He's really like that first pitch curveball. We'll see. Can Easton Miller get all 3 outs in this inning? Certainly with Grisham, there's a chance as that one's fouled off, and now Lacey way ahead in the count. Oh, 2. Swung on over there and coming across. Brule makes a backhanded stab and can't make the play. An infield hit. And Brady Grisham 2 for 2 on the night. Both hits for Waukee Northwest. That'll bring up Jake Eason. Eason got plunked pretty good in his first at-bat here tonight.
Number 9, third baseman, Jake Eason.
Lacey got quick 2 outs. Big lead over there at first from Grisham. Ooh, he goes inside right away on Eason once again after he hit him in his first at-bat. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. And that pitch misses as well, and it's 2-0. Appears our internet signal is hanging on by a thread right now. I'm hoping we can keep everything rolling here tonight. Things get a little bit slow as everybody rolls into the north side of Ankeny. U.S. Cellular's done a great job keeping us on the air throughout the course of the year. Your locally grown, homegrown wireless at U.S. Cellular. We've got some great specials on phones right now. Stop in and see them about that because they are flying off the shelves there. They got the best deals in the metro right now on all sorts of phones, any brand you want. Stop in and see them just right across the street from the Ankeny Sonic, north of Northview Middle School. Tonight we are powered by their 5G network, but I am running slow right now on my equipment, so hopefully we can get this first game finished. That pitch in the dirt, and Easton going to draw the walk. That'll move Grisham to second base. We'll most likely end up bringing you only the first game here tonight of this doubleheader, as we are spread pretty thin this evening. Hopefully we can get this entire game off without a hitch. Easton decides he's going to head back to first right now as Lacey peeks around at things, and Carson Rankin is Lacey's lone strikeout, steps up to the plate right now. Tries that curveball again on the outside. That time didn't quite get the break he's got early on. That pitch swung on, popped up way back over onto the softball field, where it's tied 3-3. Jags not able to get any across there in the bottom of the 4th. They're cooking along pretty good over there. In fact, already hitting to the bottom of the 5th. Jaden Stair working quite quickly over there. Lacey goes inside, can't get the call, makes the count 2-1 here with 2 outs. He got the first 2 outs so quick, and now this inning started to drag on a little bit. Got a hit from Brady Grisham and a walk to Jake Eason. Eason with a big lead over at first. Grisham being played with a little bit by Churchman. That ball popped up into right field. Greider's under it and drops the ball in the sun. Greider was right underneath it and dropped it. You could tell at the last second he had to make a late adjustment. think he lost it. He's looking directly into the sun out there in right field and couldn't make the play. It's been a couple of those out there in right field, and that's going to be an error there, the first error of the night on the Jaguars. And Brady Grisham comes in to score. Eason moves to third.
Up now for the Wolves, number 8, Anthony Watts.
Waukee Northwest gets their first run of the night. And they're going to have a little discussion here with Jaden Engstrom over there as he's got runners on second and third. Another little bit of a jam right now for Lincoln Lacey. He was able to work out of the first one. He's got to work out of the second one against the number 9 batter. Looks like we may have a pinch hitting situation right now for Waukee Northwest. Or we're going to get a runner over there on third. Grant Carter coming in to run for Eason, our first Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution of the evening. Thanks as always to Dr. Stacy Munger and crew at Heart of Ankeny. Again, day one sponsors of us here on Centennial Digital. And now Coach High going to want to come out and talk to Lincoln Lacey. We'll take a quick break. While they do, we'll be back right after this. Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Back to action here on Centennial Digital in the top of the fourth. Waukee Northwest trying to put together a big inning right now with Jaden Engstrom up with 2 outs. Grant Carter on third. Carson Rankin on second. And Lacey can't find the zone there on the first pitch. It's 1-0 to Engstrom. Engstrom and then back to the top of the order for Waukee Northwest. 2 outs. Lacey goes outside corner for strike one. Way outside. 2-1 now the count. That sun is just wicked out there in right field. We've seen an error on each team tonight out there in right. Lacey lost control of that one right away, and he does not want to load this bases right now with Samwer, the leadoff batter, coming back up. 3-1 the count right now to Engstrom. There it is. Oh. Just a little bit high there. That loads the bases. Back to the top of the order with Caden Samwer. Force outs everywhere. Samwer comes up. He's got a ground out to short and a ground out to second here tonight. Severson gives the calls there to the infield. Curveball, outside corner, strike one. Lacey trying to work out of the jam with 2 outs. Gets that one lined over, and that's a hit. That's going to tie it up. Going to come around and take the lead right now is Waukee Northwest. That hit out into left field by Samwer. He gets his first hit of the evening. It's going to score that'd be Carter and Rankin as well, and move Engstrom to second base. Waukee Northwest now takes the lead 3-2.
Now for the Wolves, second baseman, number 1, Weston Barber.
So the Waukee Northwest bats a little late getting started, but they're rolling right now here in the fourth. 3 runs, all unearned against Lincoln Lacey here in the 4th inning. He got the first. These are all been with 2 outs. He got the first 2 outs of the inning, and then a hit, a walk, an error, a walk, and a hit. Gets that first strike in there against Weston Barber. Barber with a line out to center and a line out to short here on the evening. It's game 1 of a doubleheader. We will just be carrying game 1 here tonight. That pitch popped up and out of play. We'll be moving over. We are not carrying this first softball game tonight. Central Iowa Sports Network is, so we'll be moving over between games and carrying the second softball game here on Centennial Digital. Oh, to the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and they say he did go in the dirt. They throw it down and get the out, so gets out of it. A crooked number for Waukee Northwest here in the top of the 4th. They get 3 runs off 1 hit. 2 hits, excuse me, and win an error. So we move to the bottom of the 4th, back right after this on Centennial Digital.
Jaguar softball on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Picturage Fitness, Waukee Realtors, the 515 Agency, Gershman Mortgage, Lane Family Wealth Management, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, Springer Floor Care, Sonny's Pizza Bistro, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire here in the bottom of the 4th. Jags trying to get the run back here. They trail 3-2 to Waukee Northwest. Got all 3 of their runs here in the 4th. Things still tied over on the softball field in the top of the 6th. 3-3 between the number 1 Waukee Northwest, number 5 Centennial. We'll move over there to bring you game number 2 as that pitch fouled off right there by Damon Churchman. And that pitch is outside. Corner, strike 2. That pitch popped up. Is it going to get out of play? And it does, just barely. Keeps the count at 0-2 here to Churchman. That ball trying for a little infield hit across to Eason, and he makes the play. Quick release over there by Jake Easton at third base, and they get the first out of the inning here on the Jaguars. Sean Stewart coming up next.
Number 22, Sean Stewart.
One out here in the bottom of the fourth. Swing and a miss right there for Sean Stewart. Moving to the bottom of the sixth, still tied up at 3 over on the softball side. Little hit up the middle there for Stewart. Barber picks it up, throws it across to Burkle for out number 2. That'll bring up Lincoln Lacey 0 for 1 on the night.
Now batting for the Jaguars.
Trying to help his own cause here is Lacey. Two outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Lacey watches that first pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Two-0 the count right now to Lacey. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Jaguars scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, but Waukee, crooked number in the fourth, top of the fourth, and they lead 3-2 right now. The Wolves over the Jaguars. Lacey hammers that one out of play on the left field side. Lacey watches that pitch at the ankles. Makes it count 3-1 to Lincoln. Trying to help his own cause here tonight. Waiting the pitch from Anthony Watts. Giving up 3 hits so far tonight. Watts goes outside and another extra couple inches there given on Lincoln Lacey. Full count delivery to Lacey with 2 outs. Swung on up the middle it goes, and grabbing the ball over there is Van Horn. Throws it across. Lacey beats out the infield hit. And that'll bring up Lucas Brule. Brule got on with an error in the first inning. In the second inning, drove in the second run for the Jaguars. He's also had a great night over there at shortstop.
For the Jaguars, number 31, Lucas Brule.
Jaguars on the softball side in business in the bottom of the sixth. They've got runners in the corners and nobody out. That game going on over on Central Iowa Sports Network right now. We'll have game number 2 here on Centennial Digital. After this, we'll pack up all our equipment and move over there. 1-0 the count right now to Brule. Brule fouls that one off. Right off the pole, yeah. The direction that ball went did not end up the same direction the ball continued to go. It ended up right back in front of us. We've got basically telephone poles in front of us here at Centennial with a setup of the backstop here on the baseball field. These posts aren't going anywhere. 1-1 the count to Brule. 2 outs. Brule puts that out into right field, and that's going to drop. So Brule with the hit. And I missed the courtesy runner of who the Jags brought in. That's not Lincoln Lacey. Compton out there at second base right now. And this brings up Ian McGay. Really nice night for Lucas Brule so far here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss, strike 1 to McGay. Jags, after Waukee Northwest put up 3 with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Jags trying to make a little rally of their own here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss to McGay. 0-2 the count now with runners on first and second. To the count. Outside. Oh, they got him on strike 3. Called McGay out. We move to the top of the 5th. Right now, Nick Jarash Fitness is our 5th inning sponsor. Tonight, it's our goal to get the best out of each athlete with our state-of-the-art technology and coaching tactics. We're proud to be the only company in the Metro that offers velocity profiling for speed development. Help your athlete reach their maximum potential by getting them a session today. Nick Jarash Fitness is always a huge supporter of sports in Ankeny. I've been able to get over there and see some of his new toys right now. It's incredible what Nick Jarash is working with over there right now. As we move to the 5th inning, definitely worth giving him a call because it is, you talk about technology and working smarter, that guy has it figured out. As we move to the top of the 5th right now with Nick Jarash Fitness taking us into that. Looks like now 2 outs with the runner at 3rd over on the softball field right now for the Jaguars. Addie Starr at the plate with a runner on 3rd. And we move now on the baseball side on the top of the 5th inning. Top of the order. No, excuse me.
Number 7, Ben Burkle.
Ben Burkle leading things off. Curveball across the middle part of the plate for strike 1 from Colin Lacey. Pitch. Oh, Lacey finally gets a couple of those inches back that were given up against him, and he gets the 0-2 count now on Burkle. And we move to the top of the 7th on the softball field, still tied up at 3. 1-2 the count right now, though, on the baseball field to Burkle. Burkle, right over there, diving stop by Miller. Miller throws it across and makes the play at first. What a stretch by Ian McGay. It was interesting because it almost looked like Miller lost his footing over there at third base, had to go down and get the ball, and then came up and had to fire it hard across the infield.
Shortstop, number 33, Carter Van Horn.
Score that one 5-3, and that'll bring up Carter Van Horn. Carter 0 for 2 on the evening. And he pops that one up over into left field. Sean Stewart takes a couple steps to his left and makes the play for out number 2. And now Drew Oleshko comes up to the plate for Waukee Northwest. He has got a fly out to left, fly out to center. And if he wants to hit for the cycle to the outfield, he'll fly this one out to Cole Greider out there in right. And he actually takes that one to Miller, Easton Miller in center, all the way back and makes the play just in front of the warning track. Easton Miller sure-handed out there in center field. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Jags going to try to get that run back. They trail 3-2.
Jaguar softball on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Picturage Fitness, Waukee Realtors, the 515 Agency, Gershman Mortgage, Lane Family Wealth Management, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, Springer Floor Care, Sonny's Pizza Bistro, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Jaguar softball on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital, Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill, Ted Sandine Photography, the Ankeny Real Estate Group, U.S. Cellular, Made at the Shade, the Edward Jones Office of Kent Patterson, Smash My Trash, and Semro Family Vision.
Easton Miller leading things off for the Jags here in the bottom of the 5th. As the Jaguars trying to at least tie this thing back up. Miller is 0 for 2 on the evening, but he's a very, very good hitter. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 there to Easton. Great glove out there in center field. Oh, 1 the count to Easton. Ooh. One and one now the count. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. Jags got a run in the 1st and 2nd. Waukee Northwest got them by getting 3 unearned runs in the 4th. Miller watches that one up at his face, and it's 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Boy, a lot of natural movement to what Watts throws. Fastball that just flies by in a hurry. 2-2 the count. Just got buzzed by a fly in here somewhere. Caught me off guard. Got my ninja skills ready to go. 2-2 the count here to Miller. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts now for Anthony Watts on the evening. And that'll bring up Kyle Miller. First pitch comes in there as a ball. And that one's fouled back. Nobody on right now for the Jaguars. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Swing and a miss. Feels like as Watts warms up here, he's throwing harder. A little more movement on his balls as well. And it's now 1-2 to Kyle Miller. Miller 1 for 2 on the evening. Pitch fouled off into the softball field. One, two, the count right now to Miller. Jags working on a 9-game win streak right now, trying to push that to double digits here tonight against number 9 Waukee Northwest. Say it was a foul ball here. Okay, had to wait to get the official ruling. Said that he fouled it off. Umpires going to come together and talk. All right, another chance right here. And that ball fouled off as well. Actually, they say no. Okay, it was called a ball. Okay. That's kind of tough on the batter because they appealed. And if he gets strike 3, the ball was rolling back and no chance then to get over and score or to get to first. 2 balls and 2 strikes here with an out here in the bottom of the 5th. On the softball side, Waukee Northwest is just taking a 4-3 lead. Fouls another one out. Two-two to Kyle Miller. Swung on, back to the backstop again. I don't know what the pitch counts are getting up to right now in these games, but both pitchers have had several at-bats go very, very deep. Pitch in the dirt. Kyle Miller was ready to head down to first and then realized that the scoreboard was right and it was only 2-2. So now he's got to come back and bat again on the full count. Full count pitch to Miller, representing the tying run here at the plate. Swung on, hacks that one out in right field. He's going to get a hit out of it. As it rolls out there, great at-bat for Kyle Miller. He had to be close to going double-digit pitches on that one. And Miller now is 2 for 3 on the evening.
Now up for the Jaguars, the catcher, number 2. No, excuse me, right fielder, number 15, Cole Grider.
Cole Grider now coming up to the plate as they're going to talk to Anthony Watts. Does not appear that anybody's warming up over there for Waukee Northwest right now. He's talking about how they want to pitch to Grider, who definitely has power. Grider with a couple home runs on the year. 3, actually. And bats .424, so they're going to have a little discussion here with 1 out about how to pitch to Cole Grider. Jags Trying to tie this up, or maybe even better, take the lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Heading to the bottom of the 7th over on the softball field, and Waukee Northwest with a 5-3 lead. Number 1 Waukee Northwest, number 5 Centennial. Jags have gone toe-to-toe with the best teams in the state, but just can't quite get over the hump right now in softball. 0-1 right now, the count to Grider. Boy, it'd be nice to see him get a hold of one right now. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Oh, 2 to Grider. Way outside. Ooh, nice stop back there by Samwer. Caden Samwer just kept Kyle Miller from advancing to second base. One and 2 the count right now to Miller. Excuse me, to Grider. Swung on, fouled off into the softball field once again. One and 2 the count right now to Grider from Watts. Got a dog that's angry out here somewhere. Grider puts out into right center field. That's going to hit to the wall, and Grider bounces it all the way to the wall. Here comes around. It's going to be Kyle Miller. He's going to come. No play at the plate. Grider in with a stand-up triple. Grider absolutely put a charge into that one. No doubt about it. That was going to be landing. He put that all the way to the wall in right center field, and the Jags have tied things up here with Waukee Northwest. And that brings up Nick Severson. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Grider a triple after striking out his first 2 times up. And just 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Jags have 7 hits, 3 runs out of them. That ball popped up out of play. It'll land in the safety net over there on the softball field. Severson fouls that one back once again. Jaguars have the tying run at the plate on the softball field right now with nobody out in the bottom of the 7th. Yeah, we've got a dog yipping somewhere around here right now. Think he's mad at me for something. That ball high, pop fly into right field, and it's going to land just foul down the right field line. That would have put the Jags in the lead. Even a catch would have put the Jags in the lead on that one. And now it's 0-2 to Nick Severson. It's almost like we had a sound effect of a dog up here somewhere. It's close, but it's not. No one can spot it. It keeps yipping away. Here's the 0-2 right now to Severson. The Jaguars now with nobody out have the winning run at the plate over on the softball field right now. Nobody out in the bottom of the 7th. Trying to take the lead here after tying it up in the bottom of the 5th here on the baseball field. And it is 8th grader Jordan Kennedy up to bat with a couple huge home runs on the year over there on the softball field, including the game winner against Ankeny earlier in the season. Boy, Waiting to hear the roar from over there. That'd be pretty awesome right now. Here on the baseball side, though, 3-3 in the bottom of the fifth. One-two the count, and that's in the dirt. Nice stop back there, though, by Samwer once again, preventing the go-ahead run from coming in. We still got a lot of baseball to play here right now as we just sit in the bottom of the fifth. Jordan Kenny has loaded the bases over on the softball side, so the Jaguars, bases loaded, nobody out, down by 2. That pitch fouled off here. Actually, Jags now have scored, and it's 5-4 on the softball side. Wow, big one going on. Can the Jags pull the upset in softball and in baseball tonight? 2-2 the count here on the baseball field. Lizzie Clunder, the senior, up right now. The tying run on second over on the softball side of things. Here's the 2-2 here. And there's a shot to right center field. Jag's going to take the lead on this one. He's going to go for 2. Here comes Severson. Will he go for 3? He will. Severson's coming around. Ball not even in. 2 stand-up triples in a row for the Jaguars. Jaguars in the lead, 4-3. Big fifth inning right now for the Jags. And on the softball side, the winning run is on second base right now for the Jaguars with Claire Suarez up to bat. 1 out. See if the birthday girl can win it for the Jaguars over there. Churchman now up to bat for the Jaguars here on the baseball side with 1 out, leading 4-3. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Couple really close games going on here tonight. We knew there'd be some good ones. And that ball's going to go off the pitcher. They throw it to first, and he's going to be safe over there at first base. No, they say he got him with a tag. They say Burkle came down and put the tag on Damon Churchman. Heads up play there by Burkle as the throw got away from Watts. And now we move to Sean Stewart as Watts going to come and get looked at right now. As he gets looked at, we'll take a quick break. We will be back right after this. Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Jaguar softball on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Picturage Fitness, Waukee Realtors, the 515 Agency, Gershman Mortgage, Lane Family Wealth Management, Sinorama Ankeny, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, Springer Floor Care, Sonny's Pizza Bistro, Lamberti Goki Lucci Law, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC.
And we're back here. The count is 0-1 right now to Stewart, Sean Stewart, with the Jaguars leading 4-3. Stewart, right back at us. 2 outs now on the softball side of things. 5-4, runners on second and third for the Jaguars, trying to tie things up. It's Cora Boyle up to the plate right now with runners on second and third over there. 1-2 the count, though, on the baseball side here to Sean Stewart. 2-2. A lot of stuff going on tonight on the north side of Ankeny. A lot of eyeballs going back and forth between softball and baseball. And that's the final. Waukee Northwest wins 5-4 on the softball side. We might not have time to go over and do a softball game over there tonight. We'll have to see. Jags gave them everything they could handle. That ball way outside. Full count right now to Stewart. Full count right now with a runner on third. That's Severson. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Jags have put up a couple. Pitch fouled off. Stewart whips the top of that bat through. Still full count. Full count delivery from Watts. Swung on in. That gets through. Another run going to come in and score. There's Severson. A big inning of crooked number put up by the Jaguars right now in the fifth. Sean Stewart gets the 9th hit of the night for the Jaguars, and that'll bring a pitching change. Substitution brought to you by Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital, and as they warm things up, we'll take a break as well and be back right after this. Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. 12. That is Grant Miller. Shoot, softball had every chance in the world. Yep. So it's Grant Miller. Thank you.
Jaguar softball on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire. Brought to you by these generous local businesses. Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital. Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.
Stay quiet, okay?
Ted Sandine Photography. The Ankeny Real Estate Group. U.S. Cellular. Made in the Shade. The Edward Jones office of Ken Patterson. Smash My Trash. And Semro Family Vision. Jaguar softball on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Picturage Fitness. Waukee Realtors, the 515 Agency. Gershman Mortgage. Lane Family Wealth Management. Sinorama Ankeny. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Springer Floor Care. Sonny's Pizza Bistro. Lamberti Goki Lucci Law. And Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC.
New pitcher in the Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Grant Miller in pitching for Waukee Northwest right now as the Jags have chased Anthony Watts, gave up 5 runs off 9 hits. All of them earned, and he is also responsible for Stewart as Lacey puts that one up the middle to Carter Van Horn. He throws it across the infield and snagged over there for the out. And that is 3, but the Jaguars do some damage here in the bottom of the 5th. They lead 5-3. As we move on to the 6th inning right now, Gershman Mortgage. Talk about them a little bit. The Midwest Premier Mortgage Lender is proud to support all Ankeny sports. Whether you're looking to purchase a new home, vacation home, upgrade or remodel an existing home, or refinance your current mortgage, Gershman Mortgage is here to help. With over 65 years in the mortgage industry, we have security, experience, and unmatched service. Visit our Ankeny office, call 515-964-5952, or visit www.gershman.com to get pre-approved today. Gershman Mortgage, NMLS number 138063. As we move on to the 6th inning right now, Jaguars big inning there in the 5th to take the lead. They had one in the 1st, one in the 2nd. Waukee Northwest got all 3 of their unearned runs in the 4th, and then the Jaguars come back with 3 in the 5th. And Lincoln Lacey remains on the hill right now, see if he can close things out. As he's got 6 outs away, or trying to push the Jags into double-digit win streak territory.
Right fielder, number 24,
Brady Grisham leading things off for Waukee Northwest. Grisham is the number 6 batter. He is 2 for 2 on the day, a couple singles. Lacey throws a curveball on the outside corner for strike number 1, working ahead on Grisham. Jags with 9 hits in this one over a very good pitcher, Anthony Watts. And Lincoln Lacey trying to get the win for himself. It's 1-1 right now. Big infield all the way around for the Jags. Goes with that curveball again. Stays outside. And the count's 2-1. Now 2-2 the count to Grisham. Lacey looks down. And over to Brule, and he can't pick it up. Brule, who was having such a good night over there at shortstop, tried to get rid of that one pretty quick. And Grisham on with the error.
Now batting for the Wolves, third baseman, number 9, Jake Eason.
So now Grisham with the lead over there. Eason, who got hit by a pitch and walked in his first 2 at-bats tonight. And inside they go again on him. For ball 1. That catches the inside corner, evens up the count at 1 apiece. Haven't seen a pickoff move yet tonight from Lacey, the lefty. Can't really call him a southpaw in this field. That pitch, wow, a shot right there from Eason. Heading back is Stewart, and Stewart makes the play out in left field for out number 1. Put a charge into that one. I'll bring up Carson Rankin, the number 8 batter, and right now Lacey does not want to get back up to the top of the order in this inning. If he does, he wants there to be 2 outs. 1 out right now, though, here in the top of the 6th. That ball popped up, and Miller's going to get to it. Can of corn there for Easton Miller in center field, and that's out number 2. Trying to keep that error from doing any damage right now. And now Jaden Engstrom coming up. Lacey takes a glance over at Grisham at first. Engstrom showed bunt, thought differently of it. And there's a strike. 1-1 the count with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Jags 4 outs away from would be a little bit of an upset here tonight. Not a huge upset. As Jags coming in with votes in the top 10 poll. Waukee number 9, but Jags are just red hot lately, trying to push their win streak to double digits here tonight. 2-1 the count right now from Lincoln Lacey to Jaden Engstrom. Lacey looks over towards first. Delivers, swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swung on and popped up over the backstop. Count will stay there, 2-2-2. Lacey trying to get Engstrom out. He's got the top of the order for Waukee to deal with in the top of the 7th. Outside, ball 3. Ooh, so close. Loads up the count with 2 outs. Lacey on the delivery, comes set, throws it, and misses inside. Takes him back to the top of the order with Samward, and he had a hit earlier on.
Now up to the Wolves. Catcher, number 3, Caden Samler.
Samward 2 ground outs and a hit tonight. And they're going to have a little mound conference. Coaches didn't come out, so Lacey's still good to go out there. Lacey steps back, and runners quickly retreat back to their base. And Samwer from Lincoln Lacey, big out here for the Jags. Curveball misses outside, ball 1. Obviously, we'll be a little bit late getting going on the softball field as we finish out this one. That pitch in the dirt for ball 2. 2-0 now. Pitch is popped up, and Miller picks it up and gets a big out for the Jaguars there. Easton Miller covers a lot of ground out there in center field. He caught it in dead right center. And that's a big out to get the top of the order out there in the top of the 6th.
And that was the top of the 6th with Wolves getting no runs on no hits.
Barber, Burkle, and Van Horn will come up for Waukee Northwest in the top of the 7th. But right now the Jags trying to get some LSB insurance runs here in the bottom of the 6th as they lead 5-3. They will come up with Lacey, Brule, McGay, and Miller back to the top of the order. After the game tonight, be sure and stop by Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill for the best wings in town. Summer's a great time to enjoy our patio and catch the game with friends and family. Stop by for lunch anytime to try our huge variety of salads, pizzas, burgers, or our famous tenderloins. Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill. My lunch spot, I had some of those wings just today. As we move here to the 7th inning, we may be making a stop there at the Cab tonight. Trivia night at the Cab on Wednesday nights. And Thursday nights, I know you can catch the best talent in Ankeny, North Ankeny anyway, at the karaoke night that they've got there on Thursday nights. Always a good time as well. If you happen to catch the right night, you may find me there too. Actually, we're in the bottom of the 6th right now. Yet as the Jags try to close this one out with a couple extra runs.
Number 31, Lucas Brule.
Brule going to lead things off here. Try to get some of those insurance runs. Brule has been on base both times he's been up tonight. Nice night for him at shortstop as well. That's a strike. 0-2 now, the count to Lucas Brule. That pitch outside corner, strike 3 on Brule. Got him looking. What's our strikeout count up to tonight? You guys got that on your sheet. Mine was a little different than yours earlier. Is that 9 now? I guess not. Different pitcher right now. This is Grant Miller pitching now. Yeah, Grant Miller pitching right now. In hitting right now for the Jags is that McGay? 24, excuse me, okay. Joey Waukee in hitting for the Jags. 1-1 the count. 1-1 right now the count to Waukee. Way outside. 4-2. Waukee swinging a miss, strike 2. Way outside, Waukee had to go after it with 2 strikes, and Miller knocks him down. And now 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Easton Miller back to the top of the order for the Jaguars. They've done some damage today with 2 outs.
Now batting for the Jaguars, center fielder, number 16, Easton Miller.
Miller watches that pitch on the outside. A couple other sponsors we want to be sure to thank tonight. Sinorama Ankeny for our pregame show. Starting lineups with Sonny's Pizza Bistro over in Saylorville. Saylor Township is some of the best Italian around. Also, Fiscus Diamond Jewelers and Nolte and Sons Lawn and Landscapes. Had them out to spray for bugs the other day. They haven't seen any since they came out. I think they took care of things for me. Man, spiders on that south side of the house this year. Whew. I think we got them taken care of now, though. Said he made my mixture a little hot. I appreciated that. Keep them away. 1-2 the count right now to Miller. Swung on, popped up over the backstop. Count remains at 1-2. So Miller looks things over. Waiting for the pitch from Grant Miller. They set up way high, and Miller swinging a miss. Got him, strike 3. Double-digit strikeouts for the Waukee pitching staff tonight, but it's the Jaguars who are 3 outs away from their 10th win in a row as we move to the 7th inning. And once again, I'll remind you, hit up Cabaret after the game tonight. They, all sorts of goodies over there. And I know they're doing trivia. That'll go till 10 o'clock. A lot of parents I know head over there after the games. And that patio, what a beautiful night to be sitting on a patio. Wow. We're in a 63-degree air-conditioned press box right now. But, man, as that sun goes down, it's going to be an absolutely gorgeous night. Looks like the weather may be changing. My unofficial weatherman tells me that we got some rain on the way. And the Jags, bunch of games going on here Friday and Saturday. Friday, softball will be on Mediacom, and Friday night, then we will have the Jaguars hosting the Dowling Catholic Maroons on 7 o'clock varsity first pitch, JV at 5, And then Saturday morning, Jaguar softball hosting the Prongi Classic. We'll have games at 10 and noon on Saturday. So busy next couple days here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Weston Barber, who's 0 for 3 on the night, steps up right now. He's the number 2 batter. See, Barber, Burkle, and Van Horn going to try to get Waukee back in this one. And Lincoln Lacey, first pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. That pitch over there, and that gets through. Leadoff runner is on for Waukee Northwest. Barber with a hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate with Ben Burkle.
Up next for the Wolves, first baseman, number 7.
Here's Burkle. Goes inside corner for strike 1. Curveball doesn't quite break in, and it's 1-1. Again, let us know where you're watching from tonight. If you want any shout-outs, be sure to let us know. Lacey looks in, delivers, and that is over there to third base. Miller going to try to turn 2, and not quite in time as they try the old 6-4-3, but they get the lead runner, and that's the important one. Fielder's choice, Ben Burkle reaches. And that'll bring up Carter Van Horn, who's giving the outfield a workout tonight. Fly out to right, fly out to center, and a fly out to left. 0 for 3 on the night is Carter Van Horn. Looks like Waukee Northwest is going to bring in Alex Carr to run. It almost looks like Carter Van Horn's coming up to bat with the old Easton Black Magic I used to hit with back in the 90s. Well, I should say that I used to swing with. Not sure I hit very many with it, but swung a lot, had a lot of balls with it. I don't think they still make that bat. If they did, they'd all be hitting with it. That was the best bat ever made. 0-1 the count, though, right now to Carter Van Horn. 1 out, he hacks that over, and that gets through into the outfield to Cole Grider. And Grider actually has a little tough time picking it up, but the runners stop at first and second, and now the go-ahead run comes up to the plate right now in Drew Oleshko.
Now up for the Wolves, left fielder, number 21, Drew Oleshko.
As Severson tries to come out and just talk to Lacey a little bit. Talk to him about how they want to pitch to Oleshko. Oleshko's also giving the outfield a workout tonight. If he can poke one to right field right now, 2 things. He'll move the runner on to third and give our right fielder Grider a ball to look at in the sun. Lacey checks the runners. Fastball outside, ball 1. One out here in the top of the 7th. Lacey trying to go the distance. That ball fouled off, almost like he snapped the bat in half. Optical illusion there. 1-1 now, the count to Oleshko. Tying runs over on first. Go ahead run at the plate for Waukee Northwest. That pitch popped up into right field. Underneath it is Grider. And he gets it this time. Runners tag up. Doesn't matter. That run doesn't matter a bit as it heads over to third base. And now Lincoln Lacey 1 out away from winning a big one for the Jags here tonight. And it's Brady Grisham who's been on base every time he's been up. 2 hits and an error to put Brady Grisham on base. That runner on third doesn't matter a bit right now for the Jaguars. They're concerned about that runner on first.
Number 24, Brady Grisham.
Lacey trying to close this one out. He's gone the distance. Scattered 5 hits, giving up 3 runs. That pitch inside corner, strike 1 from Lacey to Grisham. I know Grandpa's back home in Centerville watching right now. Cheering hard. Grandma's watching on the big screen. Swing and a miss, a big cut there from Grisham, and Lacey quickly ahead 0-2 in the count. See if he can close them down with this one. Game time right now approaching 2 hours and 7 minutes. Can Lacey do it here? Swing and a miss, up the middle it goes, and that's going to score a run. As he pushes it up the middle, it's 5-4. What a night for Brady Grisham. And now Jake Eason comes up to bat.
Now batting for the Wolves, third baseman, number 9, Jake Easman.
Eason, who was hit by pitch and walked and then flew out. Now again, a quick conversation there. Nick Severson and Lincoln Lacey going to have a little chat. Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. The pinch runner comes in at second base. That is going to be Sam Johnson coming in at second base to run. He represents a tying run for the Wolves.